Leaders Read, the first in our Patrick Lencioni series. Our review, The 3 Signs of a Miserable Job, written in 2007. This is all about working on the team, working as a team, and working as a leader for the team. Just to review that little bit of background on Patrick Lencioni. He is the founder and president of Table Group, a management consulting firm specialising in executive team development and organisational health. He writes from a business perspective. His work is real, with an applicability to so many leadership settings. The attraction for me to his work is both in the way he writes and in the clarity and relevance. It is achievable. Lencioni writes business fiction in fables. So let's look at the 3 signs of a miserable job. A miserable job is not the same as a bad one. Lencioni shares a fable for managers and leaders and their employees, helping us to see the difference between a bad job and a miserable one. How do we create the culture for fulfilled work? What is the impact? The outcome? I should love my work. I'm motivated to work. I find my work rewarding. Satisfaction and fulfillment. So in the story we have the character, Brian Bailey, an abruptly retired executive. Just at this point, I want to say, remember, no job is perfect. So what is a miserable job and what is a bad job? A miserable job is actually nothing to do with the work. It is more about the emotions and what your job creates. I dread going. I can't wait to leave. My energy has gone. I'm quite cynical. Where a bad job is actually a judgment about that someone else has made or a perception of someone else's job. Remembering it may be a dream job for somebody, but it just simply doesn't appeal to you or to someone else. That means we judge it as a bad job. The person in it might not think so. So let's jump back to the book. A synopsis. Lencioni tells the story of Brian Bailey, an abruptly retired executive searching for meaning in his career and his life. Through a series of twists and turns from an executive suite to the ski slopes in Lake Tahoe to a fast food drive-through, Brian discovers the 3 universal causes of anguish and frustration at work and the keys for overcoming them. Brian is forced to confront his thinking and his behaviour and to reflect on the impact of his leadership and his needs. So Lencioni presents us a model. 3 steps to this model. The first, anonymity. Everyone needs to be known, understood and appreciated by somebody. If I am invisible, generic or anonymous, I can't love my job. This is the who am I and who are you, and the thank you of my work. Step 2 in the model is that of irrelevance. Everyone needs to know that their job matters to someone. My job is valued by somebody else and I know how it fits into the organisation. It matters, it has value and impact, and someone knows this. This is the why of my work. And then number 3 is what Lencioni calls immeasurement. Everyone needs to be able to gauge their progress and their contribution, assessing its value, success and failure for themselves. This gives me a strong sense of control over my fate. I know what is expected of me and how to do it. This is the what and the how of my work. So what? Some reflective questions then. What is the cost of misery? The economic cost, the human cost. What is the impact? Job fulfillment means increased productivity, greater retention and lower costs, a positive culture where people care for each other. Note, remember, here, the culture will follow your leadership. Do as I do. How do you monitor the misery before people leave? What conversations do you have about misery? Who is responsible for this misery? And are people clearer on their roles? Leading for job fulfillment requires genuine courage, discipline, communication, understanding and purpose. That authenticity, day in, day out. The focus of this text really is about leadership, culture, fulfillment, and job satisfaction.